Here we will see Introduction to Configuration File in ASP.NET. First we will see what is web.config file. A configuration file is used to manage various settings that define a website. These settings are stored in XML files that are separate from your application code. In this way, you can configure settings independently from your code. Generally, a website contains a single web.config file stored inside an application root directory. You can have any number of web.config files for an application. Each web.config applies setting to its own directory and all the child directories below it. Next we will see usage of configuration file. ASP.NET Configuration System is used to describe the properties and behaviors of your aspects of ASP.NET application. Configuration files help you to manage the many settings related to your website. Each file is an XML file with the extension .config that contains a set of configuration elements. Configuration information is stored in XML-based text files. ASP.NET Web Config file provide a flexible way to handle all your requirements at the application level. Now we will see benefits of XML-based configuration files. ASP.NET Configuration System is extensible and application-specific information can be stored and retrieved easily. It is a human-readable file. You need not restart the web server when the settings are changed in configuration file. ASP.NET automatically detects the changes and applies them to the running ASP.NET application. You can use any standard text editor or XML parser to create and edit ASP.NET configuration file. Now we will see what the web.config file contains. There are a number of important settings that can be stored in configuration file. Some of the most frequently used configurations stored conveniently inside the web config files are database connections, caching settings, session states, error handling, security, etc. The structure of configuration file is as shown. Here configuration tag is the root element of the web.config file, under which it has all the remaining sub-elements. Each element can have any number of attributes and child elements, which specifies the values or settings for the given particular section. Different types of configuration files are machine.config, which is used to save server or machine-wide configuration file, and web.config, which is used to store application configuration files which deal with a single application. Next we will see machine.config file. Configuration files are applied to an executing site based on a hierarchy. There is a global configuration file for all sites in a given machine, which is called machine.config. This file is typically found in the config directory, which is based under Microsoft.NET Framework folder. The machine.config file contains settings for all sites running on the machine, provided another config file does not override any of these settings. Although machine.config provides a global configuration option, you can use .config files inside individual website directories to provide more granular controls. Between these two poles, you can set a number of other .config files with varying degree of applicable scope. Next is application configuration file. Each and every ASP.NET application has its own copy of configuration settings stored in a file called web.config. If the web application spans multiple folders, each subfolder has its own web.config file that inherits or overrides the parent's file setting. Next we'll see processing of a web.config file. When you initially run your web application, the runtime builds a cache of configuration setting for your web application by flattering the layer of configuration files as below. First, the machine.config file settings are retrieved. The settings from the root web.config files are added to the cache, overwriting any conflicting setting that were earlier while reading the machine.config file. If there is a web.config file at the root of the website, this file is read into the cache, all overwriting any existing settings. The resulting cache contains the setting for this website. If you have a subdirectories in your web application, each subdirectory can have a web.config file that includes settings that are specific to the files and folders that are contained within the subdirectory. To calculate the effective settings for the folders, the website settings are read from step 1 to 4, and then this web.config file is read into cache for this folder, overwriting any existing settings.